All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start up by saying all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. That's all praises to who the world ignorantly calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful like preaching, sweat, and truth and sincerity, believing the correct doctrine. I'm the brother Tazabah in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. And this is going into the sword of the Lord, man, because you're seeing that, all this talk about AI and Esau trying to push this AI doctrine, which really this AI is basically Esau's a form of his angels, that do his will without any hesitation, But basically, this article I'm gonna read shows a site that brothers have been talking about for a long time. Esau has this technology out here to do his will without him having to do anything. He just puts the order out. Now it says autonomous drones may have hunted down and attacked troops in Libya without human control, UN report. It says a UN report found that autonomous drones armed with explosive devices may have hunted down fleeing rebel fighters in Libya last year. If true, the report chronicles the world's first true robot on human attack. And no, it's not really a robot on human attack because somebody programmed that AI to get to a certain thing. This is why everybody sits there and still says that all this facial recognition, all that stuff, all that science that they're coming out, it's inherently racist because who's the one that programmed them? This damn devil. But at the same time, this shows that the Lord can guide this technology to do whatever the hell he wants. Now it says, according to the report, anti-government Libyan National Army fighters under military commander Khalifa Haftar were retreating last March following the unsuccessful attack on Tripoli, when they ran into a swarm of terrifying aerial opponents. It says they were hunted down by unmanned drones, Sakya, as well as lethal autonomous weapon systems, the latter of which can be programmed by controllers to seek out and attack targets and carry out those instructions even if communications with the controllers are severed. It says Haftar's fighters were neither trained nor motivated to defend against the effective use of this new technology, usually retreated in disarray. And usually retreated in disarray. The report continues, while in retreat, they were subject to continual harassment from the killer robots. It's unclear whether the drones were in contact with human controllers during these reported attacks, or whether they were directly responsible for any casualties or deaths. Where it says were they operating autonomously, the scenario described in the report would likely mark a horrifying milestone, the first recorded incidents of truly independent robots attacking humans on the battlefield. However, the report does not specify what level of autonomy the robots were functioning under. Now, see, when brothers talk about these movies, right? Because in a lot of these movies, they sit here in detail technology like this, killer drones, all this stuff. These devils have been cooking these things up for years, and now the Lord, like the scriptures say, I think this is Ezekiel 21. Give me a second. Yeah, Ezekiel 21. Let's get some scriptures. No, I don't want that in split screen. So I can give me 1 second. Ezekiel 21:9, it says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus say Yahweh, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. You see, the Lord has been letting these Edomites perfect this technology for this time, this long, because what the scriptures tell you that there's going to be great death. And this is a form of the sword. These autonomous robots, you know, this is only the beginning. Now, the scriptures tell you every battle of the warrior. Turn this on. Slovakia. Isaiah 9:5, it says, every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, because this isn't going to be your normal everyday war. World War III is not going to be like any other war. It used to be hand-to-hand combat, men falling on each other. If you fell in the battlefield in the ancient world and all these past wars, you ran the risk of being trampled to death by friend and foe. You see? Men sinking into the mire, slowly getting engulfed, bodies falling on them. This isn't going to be that same war. The Lord has these things cooked up. Now, back in Ezekiel, always something. Back in Ezekiel 21. All right, so back in Ezekiel 21:9, it says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus say Yahweh, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? And this is going into the missiles, but not only is that sword being sharpened, but all other military advancements are being perfected and being, pushed forth and advanced to the mark of being able to do something that nothing's ever been done, that hasn't been done. It says, shall we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. You see? And it had been given, it says, verse 11, it says, and it hath given, so like, and he had given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened and is furbished, it to give it into the hand of the slayer. So what? Who's the slayer? He's the one that goes around the earth bringing death, so-called white man. So the Lord has given all this military advancements to these Edomites only to destroy themselves with. When you go back to Esau's blessing in Genesis, I believe it's the 27th chapter, it tells you the sword is his blessing, right? So when you go into the book of Matthew, what did the Lord say? He that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. So the Lord gave this man this blessing simply for him to be destroyed. You see? Get this next precept. This is Jeremiah 50. And 25, it says, Yahweh had opened his armory. Yahweh had opened his armory and brought forth the weapons of his indignation. And what is the main weapon of the Lord's indignation? The missiles, man. Those are the main weapons of the Lord's indignation. It says, for this is the work of Yahweh of hosts. This is the work of Yahweh, power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldees. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. You see, so with all this autonomous equipment being updated, now Russia just came out and was saying they're coming up with a whole fleet of autonomous. Let me see if I can find it. Look, right here on Newsweek, it says Russia is building an army of robot weapons. And China's AI tech is helping. You see? So this isn't going to be your normal war. Now, when they go through these cities and start shooting, it's not going to be them sitting there worrying about Whether or not you're a woman, child, or anything like that, it's just going to be judgment. It's just going to be death, man. So all this talk of autonomous robots and everything, remember the scriptures say they should neither have pity on any man. A man can have some pity. A man can revert to a more you know, tender state, but a machine can't. See? So this is what's getting prepared, man. This is what you got to look for. This is World War III in the making, man. You know, second Ezra's 10. Yeah, second Ezra's 10. So second Ezra's 16. In 22, it says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." And this is what these weapons are being prepared for. You know, there's no longer going to be police. At some point, the police ain't going to be out there, man. All you're going to have is military, and it's going to be real. And these autonomous robots and everything like that, these killbots, everything, that's going to be a normal sight, man. And a lot of people are going to die from it. It says, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down, and there shall no man be left to till the earth and to sow it, and the tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?" Because at a certain point, man, this place is gonna go through hell. America, Babylon the Great, everything here, they're gonna get touched by the sword. You know. Second Ezra 9:15. It says, "And I said, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved." You see? So all these military tech, all these plagues, this pestilence that's coming on the earth, is to kill the many more of them that perish than will be saved. Remember the scriptures tell you, for their sakes came the flood. For the wicked, man. You know, and I think that's a good place to stop. You know, so this is stuff you got to look out for, man. This all this new military tech, this autonomous robot stuff, and the fact that they're using, they said it was a swarm of autonomous drones, lethal autonomous drones, which they show you that on that movie, The First Purge. Swarm of autonomous drones came in, or whether or not they were autonomous or drones that were being controlled, but whether or not, you know, it was still killbots, man. And this is what's being prepared on a large scale stage, man. And now they're integrating AI with it just to get the job done. So, you know, keep your eye on this stuff, man. Lord willing, this is Ed Farnham. Say, call hello, Yahweh Shem, Shai, Shem, Crocodile, Shalom.